Yeah, firstly, KJ, he's struggling a bit with his shoulder, and just getting back to full fitness, running between the wickets, etc. So he's not 100%, but we thought it was the right time for him to come back into the team. We needed him to bolster the batting, and today he looked like probably our best batter. So it just shows the class of the guy, and hopefully that fitness will come back and his shoulder will improve. Regarding the playing of spin, yeah, thank you for the compliment. Appreciate that. It's not through lack of practice. The guys hit lots of balls. We do lots of drills. We speak about it. We have lots of meetings. But at the moment, some of their thought processes probably aren't spot on. They're making probably inappropriate decisions at the wrong time, and it's just execution under pressure. And the South Africans have played it quite well, but hats off to the South African spinners. I think they've bowled really well, and they've got it in good areas. They've had good fields, and the ball has spun and bounced, and we haven't been good enough to deal with it. And for us to succeed at the World Cup and in the qualifiers, we're going to have to improve a lot and improve quickly. Yeah, it's a very good question, Dummeth. I think that quite a few of the guys are reluctant to play it, and I think the belief within the guys is they can manipulate the ball without having to play the sweep or the reverse sweep. But on big turning pitches, sometimes when you can't get down the track and you can't rotate the strike, you do have to play it. And and the guys do practice it, but maybe they need to practice it more. But it's a confidence thing. It's like hitting a cover drive. You've got to practice it a lot to gain that confidence. We've spoken about it, but you can have all the team meetings and say do all the one-on-ones with the batter, but when he's under pressure in the middle, it's up to him to make the right decision and to pick the right ball to play whatever shot. But we'll continue to keep trying to access the sweep and the reverse sweep, because if you're struggling to rotate or struggling for boundaries, you've got to come up with some option. And it's not the sweep or reverse sweep. You've got to come up with other options. So, hats off to the South African players, the way they played it, to be honest. Yeah, good. Another good question. I'm not sure. He's hitting the ball beautifully in the net. He had a really good domestic tournament previous in the T20, and he was the top batsman there. So it might have something to do with the captaincy, the pressure of that. I'm not sure, but he's got to find out for himself and come up with some answers, because at the moment it isn't good enough. But the guy's a good player, and like I said, he's hitting the ball really well in the nets, but the nets is one thing, and executing under pressure in the middle is another. But he's got to find a solution. Some players like to play spin off the back foot. Sometimes it's just making the wrong decision to a filler ball that's skidding on, and then you're trapped. So it's a matter of skill and picking length early. And some of the guys haven't been doing that, and they've been found wanting. So they've got to improve that, and if they don't, then we'll keep getting results like we are at the moment. We had a good start today. We're 50 for 2 in the power play, but KJ had a good start, and so did Bhanuka, and they should have got on, carried on. KJ went for a sweep and missed it, and Bhanuka got a full toss, and he should have put away, or at least not headed to the bowler, a full toss from an off spinner. And it's not good enough, because they both had good starts. But the other guys should have rebuilt and did a lot better. But like you say, we've got some warm-up matches. We had an honesty session in the change room just before I came to this meeting. So the coach said a few home truths, and So the boys know what they have to do. They got to look in the mirror, and hopefully we're going to come back with a much better performance in 2 days' time, and hopefully take some confidence from that into our warm-up matches before the qualifiers. Yeah, look, regarding KJ, he hasn't had many net sessions at all since he's had COVID. But, you know, you could see the way he was hitting it today. That's the class of the guy. The ball he got out to was probably a bit full to sweep, but a lot of sweeping is predetermined. And when it's full and on the wickets, you got to make sure you hit it. And he probably just tried to hit it a bit too hard. But, you know, sometimes that happens. Whereas, Bhanuka, there's no excuse for that. You've got to be better than that if you want to succeed at international level, let alone club level. You got to be able to put that away. But yeah, the guys have. We do lots of drills in the nets, like I said earlier. I throw lots of balls. The spinners bowl heaps at them. So it's not a lack of practice. I think it's more pressure and execution in the middle, and that's what T20 does to you. But the best players in the world, they learn to cope with that pressure. That's analysed every match. Our analyst tells us the amount of dot balls, and it's recorded. And we do have specific goals of dot balls, and we try and limit them each match. But past few matches, it's been very poor, unfortunately. Sometimes it comes from trying to hit the ball too hard, or looking for too many boundaries. When it's good ball, maybe just getting off strike. So a lot of it's thought process, but we speak about it a lot. The guys work on it hard in the nets, but yeah, the better sides limit the dot balls a lot better than we're doing at the moment. Yeah, he's one of the guys that can hit boundaries. So we do invite him to express himself, definitely, but obviously playing to his strengths. And today he was going really well. He played some lovely shots, and he looked like today was his day. We had a really good session before the game, and I said to him in the nets, I haven't seen you hit it this well. And today's your day, but you know, and he looked $1 million today until he got out. But yeah, it wasn't good enough. He needed to kick on. So we do have one-on-one discussions, but you know, you can talk so much in this game, but you got to repay everyone out in the middle and execute skills under pressure for your country.
Type the Papare and send to 678 to register. ₹30 per month. Conditions apply.